Please. About to hit him with the big triple big hydrate. Dude, slip. Get out of here, man. All right, here we go. So we got Drew. We got Drew with a Light the Way. This card is like always so weird to me because if you charge the yellow card and it hits you get go again, dude, Drew just throwing bangers to start the game. Oh, Trent's playing Warmonger's Diplomacy in his deck, dude. Rhinar and his claws are not grindy. Rolling a 5 to start the game. Let's go. Trent's coming in hot and heavy. Y'all didn't know that Trent and Drew got down like that, did you? All right, so we got 8. Discarded the Beast Within. I swear, that is 2 rounds in a row we've had Rhinar on camera, and they have discarded a Beast Within. Like, what is going on? What is going on? I feel like this is going to be another, like, fast, like, run tempo kind of game. Like, we're just going to be pushing the tempo here and just making it happen here. Doing what we can. No, Ben, I'm not playing today. I'm just commentating. We're just kind of hanging out, having a good time today. I wanted to commentate while everybody else got to play, so we got some cool prizes on the line for everybody playing today. Got them laid out upstairs. All right, so Drew pushes through 2 points on his turn, and then Trent is able to push through 6 points on his turn with his roll of a 5 here. Shut up, Ben. Black Lotus, whatever. I just didn't see you in the round scores. Yeah. No, I'm not playing today, man. I appreciate you asking, though. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. All right, Beaming Bravado. The yellow card is charged this way. It gets +1. So I'm not going to lie, guys. My knowledge of Boltyn is not what I would call extensive. So we're just kind of hanging out today. Like, I'm really, like, trying to make sure that we're, like, I'm going to do my best to, like, make sure that, like, that I commentate everything as correctly as I can here, but I don't know a ton about Boltyn today. So I've learned a lot about Rhinar and like the Brute class over the last few weeks, but okay. So Trent blocking a lot here, trying to deny Drew the soul, which I really like. And then he's going to come in for 3 here. Carly, get out of here. Oh, let's go. Vexing Ties the Boltyn guy. He's got me covered. You love to see it. You love to see it. Both of our players 1-0 here at table 1 today. Rolling hot through round 1. Drew won the Boltyn mirror, and Trent got to buy round 1. So, oh, man. All right, so Trent arsenals a card and doesn't push through any damage, it looks like there. Drew playing pretty good defense there to start the game out. We got another Beaming Bravado coming in here. The old 2-card 4 isn't exactly what we'd call efficient, but you know. You learn so much about Boltyn by getting beat with it, dude. I do understand that. I understand how to play against Boltyn. I just don't know a ton about playing with the deck, if that makes any sense. So I'm curious to see if Trent's going to be blocking it all here, or if we're looking at just all gas, no breaks, and like Trent's just going to be like trying to like really put on pressure. I mean, this is an 8-point turn cycle here off of a 2-card hand, which is pretty good. And Drew gets to Arsenal here. So Trent down 9 points. Probably looking for a good roll. Ooh, rolls a 2. It's not exactly what he wanted to see. I am intrigued to know that Trent kept 5 cards here and didn't block when he when he was like reliant on rolling scabs there. Because it feels like we could have just blocked with the swing big and another card. And then he could have just thrown the Command and Conquer anyway, which would have been pretty good. Oh, he should have swung Raiden before the Engulfing Light. Is that to draw blocks out from Trent so that he has a better chance of hitting with the Engulfing Light and stacking up more soul? Is that why you say that there, Ty? I mean, I do get that, Josh. It's definitely like one of those things, like learning what to look for is a big part of playing against decks. I completely agree with you. So our feature match last round was, 6 turns long, and it was just this like swing, crazy fast game. We're seeing a little bit more patience from our players here. I imagine they're probably having a spirited discussion about what they should block with. Ooh, he just gives up the Bacon of Victory, huh? I know it's Beacon for everybody watching. I just like to say Bacon. I think it's fun. Okay, it is. All right, so Vexing confirms in the chat that when Drew was looking to play 2 turns ago, he should have went Raiden, then the engulfing light or engulfing shore or whatever it's called. I think it's called engulfing light. Yep, engulfing light. To try to draw blocks out so that he'd have a chance to put his engulfing light into his soul here. V for Vanguard looking pretty good here. It was coming in for 5, but now it's coming in for 6. Off of the old tunic here. He's going to have to give up. Drew's going to have to give up his soul to be able to give this go again. But Raiden's going to be for +2. Obviously, my chapstick's drying in a negative way. Raiden for 5 is pretty good. I mean, he's really pressuring Trent here. Like, really putting the pressure on Trent right here. Like, let's go, Scabby Boy, rolling a 3. All right, Trent's not rolling too hot today. Oh, Humble's pretty good. Humble is pretty good against him. I've been told that Humble is actually very good into Boltyn. So, and it makes sense. Reading the text, turning off Boltyn's hero ability makes a lot of sense that would be good into them. So, yeah, Fleshbag is like an insanely good card. Like, getting to intimidate defensively is like, there's so much value in that. Like, being able to use that card, like slowing down like being able to slow down a V for Vanguard turn, or like even if you're able to slow down like a Lumina turn. I don't really know how you could do that without like a little bit of luck and foresight on blocking, but I'm honestly kind of surprised that Trent kept the Sand Sketch plan. So if he blocks, last turn he blocked with E-Strike and Barraging Beatdown. If he blocks with Sand Sketch plan, he can actually keep a yellow in his deck and still throw this here. I guess he was hoping to roll and be able to come in with Claw, and then Humble is probably what we're looking for, or maybe a card in his arsenal to really try and put the pressure on. Yeah, Fleshbag is insane, Josh. I completely agree. It's a very, very strong card. Very, very strong card. Yeah, I think if we try to do one of these tournaments in the future, I'll probably look at like having like a different scene setup so that we can, so that I can have like the round on there and the timer on there. I think that'll be a fun way to get it going here so that we can have that set up for next time. I really like that idea. If we set up to do another one of these, I'm sure we will. The thought of doing this has been very fun. I think everybody's had a lot of fun, like leading up to this testing, and just thinking about the different prizes they could pick up today are kind of cool as well. So, guys, also, if you're here hanging out today, I appreciate you guys hanging out here today. If you're watching on Twitch for the first time, really appreciate you guys hitting that follow button. I'm almost at 300 followers on Twitch, so appreciate your support in that way if you wouldn't care to give me a follow. And on YouTube, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I say almost because I'm still like 150 some away, but we're getting ever closer every day. So if you guys are new to the channel, you want to support me for free, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It really goes a long way in helping me out here. Dude, let's go. Who did we get from up your arsenal, Nick? Who did we get, man? I gotta know. Hey, thanks, Rick. I appreciate it. Oh, dude, I'm so excited about the pre-release this weekend, Josh. Pre-release is gonna be awesome this weekend. So I completely agree with you, Vexing. Using Scowling Fleshbag at the right time separates players in such a big way, in my opinion. Like, separates players in a huge way. And I say that because as someone who uses Fleshbag very poorly when they play, I can tell that I need more practice with the card. I completely agree with you. Hey, Elock the Wizard, let's go. Elock's 2-0 right now. He won round 1. And then he actually got paired down, and the guy who paired down was a no-show. So he's actually 2-0 right now. Hey, I get it. It was last minute, man. Like, they had stuff to do. I completely understand. I appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out in the chat, man. And I'm glad that Elock got to come play. That's really fun. That's very exciting. All right, and we're ending with a swing big here. So Trent's down 11. Swing big has a lot of value here. We did have to use Heart and Cross Trap to give it up here. Why is there a Valiant Thrust over here? So we're seeing Drew's cards over here in Trent's Spanish Zone for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. Coming out big time next tourney? Dude, I love it, Nick. I love that, man. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have you guys. I was like, everybody that I got to meet, I know I got to play Dylan. It was like somebody, I think you were telling me last night I got to play Dylan and in Cincinnati. And I got to speak to one of the, I believe he was a Katsu player. Or maybe he was a 5 player. I think it was Katsu, but I remember we got to chat and like everybody from your team was super nice, man. Like it was really fun to get to hang out with everybody and like get to chat with the guys on your team. Everybody was super nice, man. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so this is Drew's second V for Vanguard here. And we've already seen one beacon of victory get blown up by the... Oh, what do we got here? Okay, so Trent gives 2 cards. Drew gives go again and then throws a beaming bravado. So I guess Trent has to weigh what are we blocking here versus what are we attacking with, because Drew's just going to give go again here, I think, and then he can throw Raiden for 5, which is actually insane. Man, Drew really putting on the pressure here. Talishar being Talishar, yeah, I mean, okay. Drew has done a really good job at like amping up the pressure here and like continuing to put on the pressure. Now, I really don't know a lot about this matchup from either side, if I'm being wholeheartedly honest. Based off the way the game is going, I would assume that Boltyn is like favored in some fashion. If there are like Rhinar players or like, you know, if anybody's like a big Boltyn main in the chat and knows, you know, I'd love to hear about it. If anybody has thoughts or ideas here. Pushing 6 points here, I guess Drew's evaluating his hand. We got no blocks and no reactions. So Trent still has his best defensive piece in Scowling Fleshbag that he hasn't used. And we still have Gambler's Gloves at the ready. So we have some things that we could really do. I think somebody just dropped off a package. I just saw a shadow outside the front door. So we're either being stalked or Amazon is here. I think it's more likely that Amazon is here because, you know, Carly orders lots of Amazon stuff. Lots of Amazon stuff. Wow. She said wow as she walks by for anybody who didn't hear. Okay. So we're giving Fleshbag here. He's going to put Lumina Ascension in. He's going to play Lumina Ascension with the Intimidate on the stack. So it's going to take all the tempo here, but he could block out if he wanted to.
I don't know what you heard. There's nothing out there.
It might have been you walking around. I thought I saw a shadow. Sorry, thanks for checking. Okay, so I think Boltyn's favored in this matchup. Okay. No, that's just you. That's you stalking me, Robert. I'm just saying, man, it's a long way from Wisconsin down here. It's like a 12-hour drive, dude. So honestly, man, if you're here, you could have just knocked. We'd have let you in. Okay. Drew's at 9. Trent's at 8. Trent's out of equipment to block with, and he has a 5-card hand, activating the Warband of Bologna. Something tells me this is going to be Lumina at instant speed because of the Spirit of Arena, if I had to guess. I'm here in spirit. Well, Troll, we are glad you are here in spirit, brother. I mean, the Rhinar Intimidate is no joke. I do agree, Vexing. I do completely agree. Troll, I know you couldn't be here today, man, but I'm glad you're hanging out in the chat. I was like, even if it's just a little bit here, so I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, man. Oh, little sink below action. I'm curious to know if Trent should have waited till he played the Lumina here. Is Trent just dead? Trent might just be on the back foot here. Like, I mean, Trent's definitely on the back foot here, but like, yeah, I would have waited for it to resolve before we synced as well. Yep, he's going to snap this. He's going to get a card. And the Command and Conquer is going to finish the game off. Man, Drew putting on a clinic here with Boltyn. Putting on a clinic with Boltyn